First thing we are going to do here is we go back to our component search input, and then we're going to attach some function event handler to this input. So let's make any change. This method doesn't exist yet. We're going to write it soon. This to add query or add term handler. Great. Let's create that function. So that function will be add term handler, and it will be arrow function, but it takes some parameter. It should be like this. And what I need to do now, I need to console log the value that it will come from the input text before we proceed with our application. So let's console log e.target.value. Let's save. Let's go to the browser and let's open our console, web console here, and let me type mountain. As you see here to the right, we get in the console everything we type here. So far so good. So the next step is to take this value and add it to the state of the component to save it there. So let's go do that to save this. So let's make state, and we'll pass to it. Down we'll make term equal to, I'll make term in the beginning and then initiate it to emit string. And down in this function I'll remove the console log, we don't need it any longer. And then I'll make something. I'll set the state. I'll set the state to this value in the state to set it to what we get from the text input. So I'll make this here. I'll make this dot set state, and I will write object. I'll write here term to, I'll assign it to event.target.value, and then we save. We wouldn't see anything on this field state. State is not defined. So we got this error essentially because what state is not defined. Because it is outside of the class, it is my mistake. I didn't notice that actually. So we import it here, and then let's save. My fault, it was out of the class, so I cannot use it. Sorry, it is my fault, I know. So, I know what is. So yes, we get something like a state is not defined. I'm not pretty sure what's happening here. Yes, it's undefined because I put the state outside of the class. It's outside of the component, so it cannot reach it. It must be inside. So let's copy it, remove from up, and add it inside the class. Let's save and go back. Voila. Working. Nice. So now we go back here. Now what we want to implement actually is after the user types the search term and clicks the button, the user sends something to the API. So we need to send this term or search term to the API and get our response back. So that's what we are going to do in the next step. So in this button, we'll attach some event on click equal to this function that we are going to write soon. This dot, we'll name it search photo, and let's write this. It is, yes, in this function actually we're going to use some library Axios to make our request to the API. So I have it already installed on my project. So if you want to install it, just go to Google, npm react Axios. Here, we hit that link, and then you can read through these things here. But first thing you do is that you run npm this in your project directory, and then here also install those, so you don't face any problems when using Axios. So this first thing